the recent events that have been happening in the world. I have been taking a few extra precautions that I wouldn't have normally been taking. So I did stock up on a little bit of extra food. Obviously I didn't go crazy and hoard tons and tons of food that I'm probably never going to end up eating. But I do have kind of like a little bit more extra on hand than I normally would have purchased. And I will show you guys that in a later video. The other thing that I was going to do later this summer is purchase a lot of canning things because I wanted to start canning this year. And I planned on purchasing all of that stuff towards the end of summer, but I went ahead and purchased a lot of it now, so I'll show you guys all of my fun new canning things that I got. I'm really excited about it. So I'm going to show you that. And then I'm also going to take you guys out in the garden and we're going to go do some garden cleanup. I'll show you what I've got going on in the greenhouse, and then probably later this week I'm going to sow a few more seeds because I feel like we're going to have an early spring this year. But yeah, I really cannot stress it enough how important it is to at least be able to grow some of your own foods. I know a lot of people think that they can't grow anything because they don't have a big backyard, they don't have acres and acres of land, but you really don't need acres of land to be able to grow your own food. Really, you can grow your own food on a front porch, a back porch, an apartment balcony, or even just a really well lit window in your house. I want to do a separate video later on about how you guys can grow food with very limited amount of space, because it is possible to grow a lot of food in a little bit of space. But especially with all this coronavirus stuff going around, in the grocery stores being empty, I'll insert a couple of clips of my local grocery stores. The shelves are pretty much cleared out and it's really hard to find certain things like bread and canned goods and dried goods. So, and meat. People are stocking up on things like that, and toilet paper and all of the things. The grocery store is just empty basically. Right now, in this period of time, this virus that's going around, it's definitely got me thinking towards the future, towards my goals in life, and being able to grow and preserve my own food, being able to save seeds for the next growing season so that I have more food, I can grow more food. Yeah, that's just, I think it's so important to know about those things. I think it's important to know about local wild and medicinal plants as well, that you can eat that have medical purposes. And I definitely want to do a video on that also sometime in the future. But today we're just focusing on cleaning up the garden. I'll show you my canning supplies. So let's get started. I hope you guys are all staying safe and washing your hands. Okay, so like I mentioned a minute ago, I was planning on buying this stuff later in the summer because I'm not going to be obviously harvesting much from my garden right now. It's still really cold outside. But I do want to show you guys where I decided to store it. It's honestly, it's up in my closet. That is my closet. And up here I have this. This is the Presto pressure canner, and it's just one of the basic ones. I definitely will be doing some canning videos later this summer and fall, showing you guys how to do this. You guys will be learning with me because I've never done it before. And then I just have a bunch of mason jars. I have various sizes. Let's see. I've got my canning tools. I've got some citric acid and canning salts. I have these little baby mason jars for herbs and spices, which I think are so cute. I have these 1.5 ones that I might use for like salsa and things. I have these, what size are these? It looks like 8 ounce. These are 8 ounce jars that I'm going to be using for jams and jellies. And then I've got the standard size up there that I'm going to be using for like pasta sauces and just canning veggies and vegetable broth and things like that. So definitely we'll be doing a lot of canning this summer and fall.
Let's go.
You're stuck. You want to help me? Poke holes in it. Just like that. You poke little holes in there. Good job. You're a pro. Good job, baby. Good job. Okay. Now we're gonna dig in the seed bank. We've got this recipe tin full of seeds. We're gonna be doing, okay, so we're gonna be doing lettuces, kale, bell peppers, jalapenos, onions, more onions, kale, and a bunch of tomatoes. And then also a bunch of lettuces and some spinach. Okay, so I got quite a bit done in the garden today. I set up my greenhouse. I sowed all of my seeds that I wanted to sow, and I zip tied my greenhouse to the fence so that it wouldn't blow away, and I zip tied the little shelves down. I cleared out some debris from around my blueberries and my blackberries, and then I added some soil to my strawberries. Okay guys, a little change of plans. Instead of going out to the garden today, I think we're going to be making some homemade bread. Because, like I showed you earlier, all of the shelves have been cleared of everything pretty much, which includes bread. So I decided that since we're running low on bread, I'm going to be making a couple loaves. So I'll show you guys how to do that. Honestly, I really like making things from scratch. I think it's really fun, and not a lot of people are doing that. They're kind of just trying to go to the stores and buying as much bread as they can. Anyways, that's what we're gonna be doing today. Okay. You see? Isn't that cool?
Is it cool?
That's cool.
What's that?
It's some bread. We're making bread.
This is
We're gonna cut it.
This is
into 4. No, don't touch.
don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
Don't.
Okay. Just cut it into 4 little dough balls. 4 little dough balls.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
You're trying. Good job. You did a good job, baby. Okay.
Ice fish. Oops, that ball.
Is that so?
I push your hand.
Yeah. Good job.
That's a
You're pretty good at this, huh? So I'm just going to take it and then I'm going to
push.
pat it down. And then we're going to fold the corners under.
Good job.
Good job. Okay, hang on.
Josie B.
Okay, hang on, baby. Don't touch for a second. We're going to fold the corners under so that we can get it into this nice loaf shape. Okay. We're just going to put it in the pan just like this. Kind of shape it into a loaf. Now we're going to do that with our other pan. Okay, so we have our bread dough in here and we're just going to put a cloth over it for 30 minutes and just let it rise a little bit more before we pop it into the oven. Okay, so I started filming this like halfway through the process, so I'll put a link down below the video to the video that I used for this recipe. Okay guys, so I think the bread is about done. I'm about to open the oven and check on it really quickly. So what I do is I'll just stick a butter knife in the middle of the bread, and if it comes out dry, then you know the bread's done. Okay, so I think for the most part these two are done. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of warm melted butter over the top of these. Okay guys, so this is the finished product. I have 3 nice little loaves of homemade bread. I'm honestly really proud of this.